That's a really good question. Clinical child psychology. Well, you see, I come from a family of 6 brothers and 1 sister. And so I always grew up with children in my upbringing. There were 7 of us all together, I guess it was. And so I always tried to understand what my brothers were doing and then what my sister was doing. And they were younger, different ages. And so I thought, well, I need to study this at some point in time. And I knew that not only was I having psychological problems, but they were too. And so I had to understand exactly why that was going on. So I did it largely out of my interest in trying to see if I could understand better my own childhood, my own upbringing. Also, you see, when I went to graduate school, which was in the 1967, so a few years ago, there was very little done in this area of clinical child. So I wanted to see if I could make a contribution to that. So 2 things, my own personal experience and the need for the science to do something there. Oh gosh, I would do nothing different, nothing. Only if I knew now, or if I knew then what I know now, it would have made a big difference, because we have done, not just us, but the field has done so much in the last 30, 40 years to advance what we know. So I'd start at a different level. When I started, Hans Eysenck had just done a meta-analysis, and he showed that doing therapy, as we traditionally did it, had no effect, none. It was no better than doing nothing at all. I said, we got to do better than that. We surely can do better than that. So I was determined to try to make an impact in science. So my main thrust is the science of clinical psychology and trying to improve what we do to produce more effective treatments and more long-lasting treatments too. So I do the same thing. I would do it. I wish I had another 50 years though, because if I did, I'd build on what has been done the last 50 years, and wow, we'd be off. You come up with these great questions. Not fair, not fair. These are good questions, you see, because I am a CBT therapist, but I also trained psychoanalytically in my early days, and I moved from that to more of a Carl Rogers, Rogerian approach. Then I went to more of an applied behavior analysis and more to CBT. CBT is not the end. It is quite good. It's very good. We produce good effects for about 2 out of every 3 children we treat. 2 out of every 3. But if you have 3 children and you're going to take them to treatment and 2 of them are going to get better but one's not, that's not good, right? So you want it better than so that everyone can be getting better. So I think what we need to do is enhance CBT. We have the basic principles. CBT principles are great. The learning principles, the social cognitive principles, the developmental principles, the learning. We have the base, but we need to do more. We need to advance it. We need to do more creative things with it. That's the next generation. Well, you know, there's so many barriers. When we look at this, we try to study which of our children get better and which don't. So we know, for example, that of these who get better, we know that if they're younger, they get better. We know if they have certain kinds of fears or anxiety, they get better than other kids. We also know certain other things. So we need to look more at what we call the moderators of treatment outcome. So for whom does it work? And what we are trying to do now is what's called personalized medicine. And we're trying to do it personalized psychotherapy. So you individualize the therapy for each child or family you work with. That you just can't lay the same blanket treatment on every child. No, that doesn't work. We know that. We got to be more precise, more ideographic, more specific in what we're doing. And when we do that, then we're going to have better treatment outcomes. So basically, I want to combine CBT with this ideographic, individualized approach, which then will result in better outcomes. What advice? You think I'm old? I've been around for a while, but only old people give advice. But okay, here it goes. But I think we really have the foundation. So I would say to build, don't throw it out. Don't throw it out, but build on what we have and bring it together. And the next 50 years, it's going to be amazing, because I'm still going to be alive then. And when that happens, we're going to see some tremendous changes that have happened. And it's going to be related to how we personalize this treatment and how they will do that and how they will creatively combine science and practice. So I think that's the real crux of it. We have too many clinicians not doing scientifically based work. And we wonder why. We wonder why so many people are not getting better, where we're not using evidence-based interventions. So I would say that look to science. My advice is be scientific, be critical, question your professors, question the people that you have come to talk with you, because they don't know everything. We don't know everything. We got to go beyond that. And so I think we need to be scientific, we need to be critical, we need to be systematic in what we do. Good, thank you.